Today, welcome back as we're continuing our NBC News coverage of this pretrial hearing taking place in the OJ Simpson murder case, a case that's moving along rather quickly towards trial right now. There is scheduled jury selection to begin a week from today. In the courtroom of Judge Lance Ito today, now all the attorneys, you also see the defendant himself, OJ Simpson, sitting at the far end of the table. They have come back for another round of legal arguments. The judge today is going to be addressing, and for the next few days, a variety of requests being made by the defense here, and also one request being made by the prosecution. The prosecution is requesting that the judge sequester the jurors once they have been selected, so they will essentially be out of contact with anybody and anything other than what they hear in this courtroom during the course of this trial. Estimates are it could last from as long as 2 months to perhaps as long as 6 months. Also, what the judge is going to be doing over the next few days is to listen to testimony as the defense attempts for the second time to have evidence that was found and seized at O.J. Simpson's home thrown out. The defense contending that both the searches, the one that was done without a search warrant when the police officers went over the wall, so to speak, and the one that was done with a search warrant that was obtained by a judge, were flawed. And as a result, none of that testimony should be heard by the jury when this trial ultimately begins. What's going on in the courtroom right now, you see Defense Attorney Johnny Cochran sitting next to his client, O.J. Simpson. Judge Lance Ito is listening as Prosecutor Marcia Clark is arguing against another request made by the defense. At this point, they're asking the judge to essentially throw these charges out, contending that there was not a sufficient basis, not sufficient probable cause for those charges to be sent up from the magistrate, the judge. Now, for those of you that are leaving us, we'll be continuing our NBC News coverage later on NBC News Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.